Many streamers today struggle with talking to a live audience or a live chat. In today's video, I'm going to give you my 5 top tips on how you can improve on talking to your chat. Talking to a live audience is always going to be an overwhelming process. You're going to have the people that are naturally good at it, and you're going to have the people that just need a little bit of practice and a little bit of advice to get them up to speed. But wherever you're a small time streamer or you have been doing this for some time, live chatting is going to be essential for your Twitch career. So if you're interested in trying to talk to a live audience, then stay tuned for this video and make sure you're making notes on all the points that I've given you. Let's go. Yo, what's going on, people? My name is Toon Gaming and I stream 4 times a week over on Twitch. Now, I've been streaming for over a year and a half and I know my strengths to my weaknesses. And one of my strengths I know being on the platform is speaking to an audience. And although I feel like I'm a natural, easy speaker to my audience, there are many things that I learned along the way which help me improve and take my just chatting streams or my live content streaming to the next level. For me, I feel that live interaction with your chat and talking to your chat is one of the most important things to have as a Twitch streamer. Now, if you're a live streamer and you stream live on Twitch or YouTube or wherever you stream, let me know in the comments what's one thing that you guys do to help you talk to your chat. All right, let's get it, guys. All right, so let's get straight into the video, guys, and we're gonna start talking about my first major tip. This is called your talking segments. Now, it doesn't really matter if you've been streaming for years or you're a small time streamer just starting off, talking segments in your stream are going to be vital. Now, talking segments are basically, let's say, just chatting streams. And these are things that you should be doing with your community or you should be doing in your streams. You can start these off at the start of your stream. So when you do go live, just talk. Literally sit there and talk. If people in your streams, if your moderators in your streams, you can talk to them. But what this is doing, guys, is it's starting to get you into the groove of talking to people. I'm not saying that you have to go live and talk to people for hours. You do not have to do that. If you're new to talking and you find it something that's somewhat hard, then just start off with 10 minutes of talking, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Start working your way up. The more you can talk to a live audience, the more comfortable you're gonna get being on the platform and just talking. What I find often with so many new small streamers is they hit the go live button and they're playing a game straight away. They could be in the middle of a game and they'll just hit go live and that is it. They're literally playing the game. People might come in, they might say hi, and the interaction may be there, but it's very minimal. You'll be saying hi back, whereas you could have been more engaging, you could have had a more in-depth conversation with that person, but your focus isn't on the person, it's on playing the video game. This was definitely something that I used to do when I first started off, and I soon decided to stop doing that. I decided to be more focused on talking to actual people that come in my chat. And I noticed very quickly, you know, the more interaction you have with someone, the more of a rapport that you're going to build with that person. More likely, they're going to come back. More likely, they're going to enjoy your streams. But there's sometimes people feel uncomfortable starting a stream and nobody's there and you can't talk to no one. That is fine. You can then start your stream and play your video game. But I would recommend that if you do get some people coming into your streams, pause the game, go into a just chatting screen and talk to these people. So you can do your talking segments in the middle of your streams as well, but I do highly recommend doing them at the start. This is also a perfect way, guys, so when people do come into your streams, they come in, they're like, oh, this person's talking. Even if, like I said, even if it's you talking to your moderators, they will see that. They're more inclined to then jump into the conversation of what you guys are talking about rather than just sit there and watch you play a game. But yes, guys, please start doing talking segments in your streams. It's the way that you guys are going to start to develop confidence in live content streaming and talking to an audience. So we just talked about talking segments, and my second tip here is going to absolutely help you guys massively. We're going to be talking about topics of ideas that you can talk about. So having topics to discuss in your streams to your chat can be very hard. It's something that earlier on I always struggled with, And over time, I kind of learned a formula, and I want to share that with you guys right now. When you are talking with your chat and you have people in your chat making conversation, everything runs smooth. It's very easy for you to read a comment, read a question, answer a question, etc. When that's not happening and you're in charge of steering the ship of where the conversation's going, you need to have a few things in place. One of the first things that I started to do with my chat, with my community, was I started to add something called a question of the day. And what this allowed was, it could be a very, very interesting question, and you can have that in your streams, and you can have that set up as a command as well. But what it done was, is if I felt like, the chat was dying down or was slowing down, I would then ask people to answer the question of the day. What this is essentially doing for me is that it's helping me generate more conversation in my chat, not only with myself, but my chat with each other. So definitely, guys, start thinking of, questions that you can have ready to go. If you don't want to add it as a command, you can just have it there on the side, and you can fire it into your chat anytime of your stream. Also, guys, another thing that you can start doing is throughout your week, depending on what goes on in your life or in the community's life, you can start making bullet points. I'll show you quickly here. So I use a notepad, and what I do is I literally bullet point so many different things that had happened in the week that I wanted to talk to my community about. It could be questions, it could be random, whatever happened to you. And what this does is, guys, write these down. I always have my notepad next to me. Write them down, and when you're streaming and you feel like you need to talk or bring a new topic into the chat, you go and get your notepad out, you have it to the side, and then you literally be like, oh, let me read this one out to the chat and see what happens. Invest yourself in a notepad, start writing down questions, start writing down things that happen to you in your day-to-day life that you might want to bring up into your streams, basically, and use it, guys. Leave it there right by the side when you're streaming, and if you ever need to bring up conversation, you have that notepad there and you can just fire away questions. It does work, it does help. Okay, guys, so for my next tip here, we're moving on to tip number 3. And I think this one is a make or break. Tip number 3, guys, is what I like to call presence. Having a presence as a streamer. How are you in front of an audience? Okay. Now, in my opinion, you got different personalities of streamers, and obviously people will get along with different personalities as well. But all in all, no matter if you've got different personalities, you as a streamer need to have a presence on stream. Basically, in a nutshell, guys, without having a presence on stream, people will find your streams boring. Okay, I hate to put it out as raw as it is, but without a presence, people will soon sort of be like, what am I kind of doing here? What am I getting out of this? Nothing. They're not vibing off it. Nothing's happening. A great example of this, and maybe some of you guys have witnessed this for yourself as being on the platform and seeing other streamers, but you might go into some streams where the streamer is literally like this. Hi, welcome to the stream. How was your day today? Nice. Or you might get someone like this. Yo, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? What you been up to today? What have you been doing today? Now, obviously, from the 2 examples that I've given you, you can see that one is going to have a way more presence to their live chat rather than someone that's sitting there basically half dead trying to talk to their chat. Now, if you do feel like, you don't have that energy in you, or that's not your character, that's not your personality, I would recommend considering working on how to be more present when people come into your streams. Because at the end of the day, people are going to more react to someone who's hyping them up and got a lot of energy, someone that looks like they're ready to go to a funeral. If you want to find out what people actually think of when they come to your streams, ask them. Ask the people that that come to your streams. When they come there, what do they feel when they're in your streams? For example, for me, countless times people like, I love coming to your streams. Your energy is always high. Your vibes are always lit. You're always hyping me up. You make me feel positive. These are comments from my community. These are comments from people coming into my chat am making when they're here. That is what they feel from my presence. So take time now, go and message people that you know in your streams and ask them, what do you feel like when you come to my streams? Then you'll find out your answer. Now we're going to be moving on to my fourth tip, guys. And now this tip right here is going to be an absolute game changer for small streamers. Now, obviously, if you're a bigger streamer and you have loads of 100 people coming in your chat and chat's moving crazy, then maybe this tip is not the best for you, but try and take something out of it if you can. So for my small streamers out there, we're going to be talking about tip number 4, which is our one-to-one interaction. Obviously, when you're a small streamer and you're streaming to a pool of 10 to 15 to 20 people, this is the great opportunity for you guys to shine. You know that song, Shine Bright Like a Diamond? Yeah, that's what you guys are going to do right now. The reason for this is because you can have easier one-to-one interactions with your chat. If you think about it, when you're streaming to like 20 viewers, you know, and the chat's moving quite slow and you have people in the chat talking, you have the time and the ability to answer to every single line of chat that comes through. It's amazing, right? It's absolutely amazing compared to if you have a chat where it's just bombarding down. You see it, you know, you go to the big streamers and you see all their chats moving. It's impossible for them to have any form of one-to-one interaction with anyone in that chat. What I'm trying to say here, guys, is use that to your advantage while you can. While you are growing on the platform, build these rapports with these people, all right? So when you have them coming into your chat, talk to them. This is a huge advantage small streamers will have over bigger streamers, and it's just kind of how it works on the platform, right? You know, bigger streamers, sometimes they get overwhelmed. They're like, they miss all the comments, and they're like, you know, it can feel bad sometimes. Sometimes my chat's moving so fast and I always feel bad that I miss people's comments. And I literally, after all my streams, I'll go through my VODs and I would read everything and I'll be like, I missed that, I missed that, I missed that, oh, that person said that, I missed that. And it's like, damn, you almost feel like you've let certain people down in your community because you haven't had the ability to reply to them. I missed it. So yeah, small streamers, when you have that ability with a slow moving chat, use it to your advantage. Honestly, they will love you for it. So we're moving into the last tip that I have for you, tip number 5. All right, and honestly, guys, this one is very simple, but people don't do it. My tip number 5 for you guys is when you are talking to people in your chat, I want you to always reply wanting a reply. So if you are live streaming and someone does come into your chat and they ask you how your day's been, instead of just saying my day's been fine, maybe you want to start replying with my day's been fine, how has your day been? And like I said, if the conversation keeps flowing, then I want you to always ask the person a question at the end of your replies. You're not always going to get a response back, I'm going to tell you that now, but what you were doing, you were making the effort to keep that conversation flowing. And what may happen is you might start to have, if you think about it, if you keep asking people questions in your chat, you're going to have multiple threads of conversations going on. And that's where, as a streamer, it can be either hell because you have to keep up with all these conversations, or it could be great because you have interaction in your chat. It depends what you're actually looking for while you're live streaming. The reason, guys, why I'm telling you to do this is because I'm trying to make you guys understand, or trying to help you guys on how to keep conversation flowing. This is what this video is all about, and these are just tricks and tips that you guys can do and implement into your streams to help you live talk. One last thing, guys, if you ever are live streaming and something like this happened where, you know, you have multiple people talking and you miss something, don't be afraid to ask the person to type it again. The amount of times that I'm streaming and I miss stuff and I ask people, could you just write that again? Maybe, could you just put that in highlighted so I can read it more? You know, don't be afraid to say that. The last thing that you want to do is ignore it completely. And yeah, that can just make you feel like really bad inside. And maybe the person might be like, he doesn't reply to me, I'm not coming back here. But you never know. So there you go, guys. Those are my 5 top tips on helping you guys trying to talk to your live audience. I hope you guys can take anything from this video and implement it into your stuff, and I hope that it improves you with your live content streaming to a live audience. That's all from me for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment and subscribe for your boy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy, guys.